On an autumn night in 1974, a quiet campus church locked its doors at midnight. By morning, Stanford University would wake to a tragedy that would haunt it for decades. I'm talking about the murder of Arliss Perry, a 19-year-old newlywed who'd moved to California just weeks before. On October 12th, Arliss told her husband she wanted some time alone to pray at the memorial church. He stayed in the dorm. She walked into the night. She never came back. When the church reopened hours later, staff found a scene police described as deeply disturbing. I won't get graphic, but Arliss had been killed inside a place that should have been her sanctuary. The case ignited fear, rumors, and a flood of tips. And then, nothing. Detectives worked it hard. They interviewed students. They interviewed church staff. They interviewed far-flung acquaintances. A campus security guard said he'd seen Arliss that night and had locked up after she didn't respond. The problem? This was 1974. Forensics had limits. DNA wasn't part of the toolkit yet, so the case went cold. Years turned into decades. Suspects came and went, legends grew, false leads multiplied. Every so often, technology took a step forward, and evidence from that church took another trip to the lab. That's the quiet hero of this story. Science that keeps evolving. Evidence collected carefully in the 70s. Items, trace materials, fingerprints didn't change. But our ability to read them did. In the 2000s and 2010s, forensic labs could pull profiles from smaller, older samples than ever before. Investigators re-examined the case, one lab test at a time. They looked at touch DNA, the kind you can't even see. They revisited a palm print. They compared everything with modern databases. In 2018, the break finally came. DNA from the crime scene matched a familiar name in the files, Stephen Crawford, the campus security guard who'd reported locking the church the night Arliss vanished. Detectives arrived at his door with a search warrant. As they announced themselves, Crawford took his own life. It was a devastating end, but it also confirmed what the science had already said. The Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office announced the case solved. The DNA, the palm print, and the historical timeline aligned. After nearly 44 years, Arliss Perry's murder had a culprit. Here's why this matters. Cold cases aren't dead cases. When evidence is preserved, every leap in technology turns yesterday's mystery into today's match. Meticulous collection back then, paired with modern DNA analysis.